Welcome friends to another episode of Wesley's Food Den. Today I'll be making my favorite dish, which is chicken and peas. But before I do this, I would like to say a sincere thank you to all of you who have liked, commented, shared and subscribed to my videos. Please continue to like, share and comment and share your videos with friends and families so they too can get updates on wholesome food that you can make at home. Now for my recipe today, I will be needing 1 kilo of chicken pieces. Now I am using chicken on the bone, but you can use chicken breast if that's more convenient, or if you don't like chicken on the bone. I will be needing 1 bowl of frozen peas. Now frozen peas is one of those home conveniences that we can pick up in our local supermarket. Please make use of them. And another home convenience is frozen ginger and garlic. Now this is the cube type and it is a combination of the two, which is readily available in all supermarkets. So instead of grinding your own, you could use what is available. I will be needing 3 teaspoons of sunflower oil, a few curry leaf, 1 chopped onion. Now I didn't finely chop them because there's no need to do that. It'll be fine on its own. 1 cinnamon stick, 1 star aniseed. Now star aniseed is optional, and so is our next ingredient, half a teaspoon or so of fennel seeds. Now these are optional. You don't have to have them, but I think it gives the curry a lovely flavor, and it's fragrant as well. Now for my spices, I will be needing a teaspoon of cumin and coriander, a teaspoon of red chili powder, and 2 teaspoons of Kashmiri. I'm always asked the difference between the two. Red chili powder is hotter, and it is the more commonly available one. Obviously I'm going to add a teaspoon of this. You can add half a teaspoon as per preference. Kashmiri chili powder is it's much milder. It's from the Kashmiri region in India, and it's normally used for its color and its fragrance. I will be adding a pinch of whole cumin and half a teaspoon of turmeric, and also salt to taste, and I have 300 ml of water for our gravy. Now to start us off, I will be heating my pan. Now whenever you cook curry, you don't need to cook it on high, especially chicken curry. The chicken is very soft already, so by rushing it you're only going to burn it, and you'd need the natural juices of the chicken to come out of the chicken whilst cooking, and it will cook in its natural juices. So I've got my pan heating up, and I will be adding in my oil. Now cooking in a non-stick pan is useful because it allows your juices to cook rather than just evaporate. So if you can use a non-stick pan, it does make for a better curry. So my oil is getting hot. Now my oil is getting hot, and I'm adding my cinnamon stick. Now for all those beady-eyed people out there who realize that I'm not adding any tomato to this dish, tomato is optional, and I will not be adding tomato to this dish. But obviously if you want to add tomato, you can add half a cup of tomato, but you'll have to reduce the water that you add, because tomato will bring in its own juices as well. Now my cinnamon stick is bubbling away here, and to this I am adding my aniseed and my fennel seeds. To this I am adding just a little cumin. Now cumin, generally I put it in the whole form as well as the powdered form, which it just works well for the flavor. So if you don't have either one of it, it's fine, but having it at least once is useful to the dish. So just let this fry a bit. Now the reason why whole spices will always go first in a curry is so that the spice can release its flavor. And if we add the spice after the curry is cooked, it won't add any value to it. But if you put it in the hot oil, the oil releases the flavor and the fragrance of the spice. Now I can smell the spice, and that's an indicator that it's ready for the next step. And you don't want to burn it because it will give the curry a better taste. Now it has been about 30 seconds that this has been frying, so I'm adding my onions. Now we need to let this cook until the onions is semi-brown. We don't want it completely browned because the onions together with the peas, together with the spices and the chicken is what gives this a beautiful gravy that we want at the end. So I am going to cover this and let this fry for a few minutes. So my onions have been frying for a few minutes, and I have turned my heat down because I'm ready for the next step. So I don't want it completely browned, just translucent a bit, because it still needs to release its juices whilst cooking with the chicken. So I am going to turn the heat down a bit, and I will be adding in my frozen ginger and garlic. Now, as I said earlier on, this is a lovely time saver, so please do not be afraid to use it. I'm just going to leave this in here for a minute or so for it to melt. Now the ginger and garlic has melted in here, and I'm turning my heat completely down, because whenever you add ground spice to hot oil, it will burn almost immediately. So I have turned my heat down, and I am going to be adding my spices. The first spice I will be adding is half a teaspoon of turmeric. Now turmeric is a natural antiseptic, and apart from the lovely color and flavor, it is also healthy for you. I will be adding a teaspoon of red chili powder, a teaspoon and a half of Kashmiri chili powder, and a teaspoon of coriander and cumin. I'm also going to be adding in my curry leaves. You don't need to let this cook very long, because once you put the chicken and the rest of the ingredients, it will be given an opportunity to cook. So my spices have been added, and I will be now adding in my chicken. Now this chicken is very soft and it shouldn't take you more than 20 minutes to cook. And the trick from preventing it falling off the bone is not to overstir. And I will give it a good stir now so the spices infuse in it. But once it's cooking, all you need to do is just separate it from each other like this rather than turning it over. So my chicken is in. I am now adding my frozen peas. And salt to taste. Now, as I did mention, I will be giving this a good stir because the chicken is still firm enough to be stirred. So my chicken has been mixed well with the spices. I am going to start by putting a little water because I want to judge the amount of water that's going to come out from the chicken. So just give it a good stir and shake. And I'm going to pop the lid on and let this cook for about 15 to 20 minutes. Now you would know when your chicken is ready because whatever water comes out from the chicken will also evaporate and cook away, and that's when we will add more water so we get a good gravy to go with this dish. So I will be turning up the heat a bit. You don't want it very high, you want it on medium heat because you don't want anything to burn. The chicken has been cooking for about 7 minutes and I'm just going to give it a gentle stir. You don't want the chicken to break or come off the bone. So water has come out of the chicken whilst cooking, and now I will be adding a little bit more water so I get a good gravy. I've added all about 100 ml of water. I won't be adding any more water, but that depends how you would like your gravy. The more water you put, the thinner gravy you would have. So I am going to let this cook further for another 10 minutes until the chicken is done. Our chicken has been cooking for about 12 minutes, and as you can see, the water has evaporated and the chicken is cooked. Now I will be turning my heat down and I will be serving this. Now you could cook this longer and add more water. However, there is no need to do that, and you can serve this. So this is ready for serving, and I will be garnishing it with some coriander. And there you have it, my favorite dish, chicken curry with peas.